World of ultra-rare US coins, some of which are worth millions of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collection journey, these coins are truly treasures from the past, carrying with them rich stories and unbelievable value. Buckle up for a thrilling ride as we explore the top 55 most valuable ultra-rare USA coins worth millions. Today, we've got something truly exciting for you. We're diving deep into the 1788 to 2001 P Washington quarter dollar coin. This coin, with its fascinating history and impressive market value of $87,922, is one of those rare pieces that could really surprise you with how much it's worth. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, this video will take you on a journey through the history, rarity, and current market trends of this amazing coin. So, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming content on rare coins that could be worth a lot more than you think. To truly appreciate the 1788 to 2001 P Washington quarter dollar coin, we first need to understand the history behind it. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, marking the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. This coin, which features Washington's profile on the obverse, was created to honor the nation's first president. The P mint mark in this coin indicates it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most significant coin facilities in the United States. The 1788 to 2001 P Washington quarter dollar isn't just a commemorative piece. It's a part of a series of coins that went through many changes over the decades. It was minted in large quantities and became a staple of the American quarter circulation, used for everything from pocket change to significant transactions. The coin itself measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter and weighs 5.67 grams. It's made of a copper-nickel alloy, which is quite durable, making it a great candidate for collectors. The obverse side of the Washington quarter features a portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Washington is depicted facing left, with the words, "Liberty," above and "In God We Trust." To the right, the reverse features an eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, a traditional symbol of strength and peace. Over the years, the design has undergone slight changes, especially during Statehood Series and the 50-State Quarters program. Although this coin has been around for over 70 years, what makes the 1788 to 2001 P Washington quarter stand out is its participation in major U.S. coin programs like the State Quarters program and the America the Beautiful Quarters program. These programs, launched in 1999 and 2010, respectively, allowed for the release of quarters that honored each U.S. state or national park. This increased the collectability and historical significance of certain Washington quarters, especially those minted in the Philadelphia Mint. Why does the 1788 to 2001 P Washington quarter hold such value? The value of the 1788 to 2001 P Washington quarter has skyrocketed for several reasons. While most quarters from this period are fairly common, some specific years and mintages are incredibly rare, often due to low production numbers or unique errors during the minting process. For example, mint errors. If the 1788 to 2001 P Washington quarter was struck with an error, like a double die or misaligned strike, it could easily be worth thousands more than a standard version. Rare year variations. Some years saw a reduction in the number of coins minted due to economic conditions or changes in the minting process. These can be harder to find, especially in high-grade condition. High-grade examples. As with any coin, the condition is a huge factor. A quarter from this series in MS65 or higher can fetch much more than a circulated example. Now, let's talk about the big question. How much is the 1788 to 2001 P Washington quarter dollar worth? Currently, the market value of this coin sits at an impressive $87,922. But how did this coin get to such a high price? Here's why. Rarity. Even though the quarter series was produced for decades, the number of 1788 to 2001 P Washington quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition is limited. Collector demand. The Washington quarter is beloved by collectors for its historical significance and the variety of designs released throughout the years. The availability of limited edition quarters, especially those from the Philadelphia Mint, adds to the desirability. Condition and grading. coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades representing better preservation. An example of the 1788 to 2001 P Washington quarter dollar in MS 67, Mid-State 67, could command the highest prices in auctions. These coins appear flawless to the naked eye and are in near-perfect condition. For collectors and investors, identifying which 1788 to 2001 P Washington quarter might be worth a lot of money is key. Here's what you should be looking for: mint errors. Some of the most valuable quarters have minting errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors. These can add significant value to your coin. Low mintage years. Pay special attention to the years that had low mintages, such as those from the 1930s or certain years during the statehood quarter series. High-grade coins. Look for coins in exceptional condition. If you have a coin that is graded MS 65 or higher, it's time to get it appraised. Unique variations, coins with special commemorative marks or designs could be rarer and more valuable. Keep an eye on quarters from limited edition sets. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1788 to 2001 P Washington quarter dollar that you believe might be worth big money, there are a few options. Auction houses. Major auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers often handle high-value coins. They have experts who can authenticate and appraise your coin. Online marketplaces. Websites like eBay, Great Collections, and Katawiki are popular for coin buying and selling, but be sure to check the credentials of sellers. Coin shops. Local or online coin dealers often offer fair prices for rare and high-grade quarters, though it's always a good idea to get multiple quotes to ensure you're getting the best value. With the continued growth of the coin collecting hobby and the increasing interest in U.S. history, the 1788 to 2001 P Washington quarter is likely to retain its value or even increase in the future. Its importance as a symbol of U.S. heritage, coupled with the scarcity of high-grade examples, makes it a sought-after item for both collectors and investors alike. To wrap up, the 1788 to 2001 P Washington quarter dollar is a fascinating and valuable coin, especially for collectors who understand its historical significance and rarity. With its current market value of $87,922, it's a reminder of just how much a simple coin can be worth with the right mix of history, condition, and timing. If you've got one of these quarters in your collection, or if you come across one in your coin hunting adventures, make sure to get it checked out by a professional. Who knows? You might be holding on to a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content on rare and valuable coins. Until next time, happy collecting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves unique and valuable pieces of history, then you're in for a treat today. We're diving into a coin that spans centuries of American history, the iconic Washington quarter. From its origins in 1792 to the modern-day 2001 P mint mark, this coin has not only stood the test of time but also earned a spot as one of the most valuable and sought-after quarters in the world. So, grab your magnifying glass, and let's explore the fascinating journey of the Washington quarter, its history, and its current market value, an astounding $27,922. That's right, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Let's start at the very beginning. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, but its story traces back to 1792, when the U.S. Mint was founded and coins like the quarter were envisioned. Originally, quarters didn't feature George Washington's image. The first quarter design was actually a bust of Liberty, as was common for many early American coins. But in 1932, to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, the U.S. Mint decided to change the design to feature our first president. The design was created by sculptor John Flanagan, and it showed Washington in profile, surrounded by the words United States of America and quarter dollar. This design would be used for many decades, making the Washington quarter one of the most enduring and recognizable coins in U.S. history. Over the years, the Washington quarter went through some changes. The coin's metal composition shifted during World War II, when a shortage of silver led to the introduction of a special 35% silver quarter. This version, often called the Silver War nickel design, was used from 1942 until 1945, before the coin returned to its traditional 90% silver content in 1965. Then, in the 1990s, we saw another major shift in the Washington quarter design. The U.S. Mint began producing a series of state quarters, each featuring a unique design for every state, which captivated the nation and boosted the popularity of collecting quarters. These state quarters were issued from 1999 to 2008, and they became an instant success. Since then, we've seen commemorative series and new designs featuring Washington himself, alongside other symbolic elements of American heritage. Now let's fast forward to the 2001 Mint Mark Washington quarter, the coin we're going to focus on today. Although Washington quarters are common, there's something special about certain versions. The 2001 Washington quarter is considered rare and valuable due to a few key factors: its unique production year, the mintage numbers, and the fact that certain 2001 quarters were produced with minting errors that make them highly sought after by collectors. So, what makes this specific coin worth such a huge amount? The 2001 Mint Mark quarter was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which historically doesn't produce quarters with a lot of rare variations. The regular circulation coins are worth their face value of 25 cents, but a specific subset of these quarters has been discovered to be worth a lot more. Minting errors such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, and planchet errors are some of the reasons why collectors are willing to pay a premium for this coin. And here's where it gets interesting: the market for rare quarters has exploded over the years. Coins that were once just pocket change are now worth thousands of dollars. A well-preserved 2001 Washington quarter, particularly one with a notable mint error, could fetch anywhere between $500 and $27,922 in today's market. Now, if you're wondering how to figure out if you have a valuable 2001 Washington quarter, there are a few things to consider. The coin's condition is crucial. Coins with minimal wear, known as uncirculated or mint state coins, hold far more value than those that have been heavily circulated. The next thing to look for is the presence of minting errors. Remember, these rare mistakes are what boost a coin's value significantly. For example, a coin with a double die obverse, where the image of Washington's profile is slightly doubled, can greatly increase the coin's worth. Other errors include off-center strikes or coins with poorly aligned dies. These errors are rare, and they make the coin especially desirable to collectors. Wondering where to find these quarters and how to sell them? Many coin collectors find their treasure by sorting through their change, but if you're serious about finding valuable quarters, you can also check online auction sites or coin shops that specialize in rare U.S. coins. Be sure to check reputable sources, as there are many counterfeit coins circulating in the market. And if you do happen to stumble upon a Washington quarter with a mint error, it's always a good idea to get it authenticated by a professional grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These organizations will help you determine the coin's true value and ensure that it's genuine. To wrap up, the 1792 to 2001 Washington quarter dollar coin represents not only a piece of American history but also a real treasure for coin collectors. Whether you're hunting for mint errors or just admiring the coin's classic design, it's clear that the Washington quarter continues to hold value and interest in the numismatic world. If you have one of these coins in your collection, make sure to check its condition and any possible minting errors. It might just be worth more than you think. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the Washington quarter, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Until next time, keep on collecting, and remember, the treasure you're looking for might just be sitting in your pocket. Welcome back, coin collectors and history enthusiasts. Today, we have something truly special, an iconic coin that spans more than a century of American history, the 1816 to 2002 USA Washington quarter dollar. This coin holds incredible value, and we're about to dive into its history, worth, and why it's so sought after by collectors worldwide. If you're into rare coins, or if you've ever wondered what makes a Washington quarter so valuable, stick around because you're in for a treat. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. But today, we're looking at the 1816 to 2002 P version of the coin, which is particularly valuable. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which has been producing these quarters for years. What makes this coin so remarkable, though, is its rare combinations of dates and mint marks that make some versions worth thousands of dollars. Let's take a step back in time. The Washington quarter was first issued in 1932 as a tribute to George Washington, replacing the standing Liberty quarter. Initially, it was only minted in silver, but over time, the coin's composition and design were altered for various reasons, including the impact of the world wars and economic changes. In 1965, the U.S. government switched from 90% silver to a copper-nickel composition, which continued for most of the 20th century. Over the years, the Washington quarter went through a few design updates, most notably with the 1999 State Quarter Program, which added a series of unique designs to honor each of the 50 states. Now, let's focus on the specifics of the 1816 to 2002 P Washington quarter. The obverse features a portrait of George Washington, while the reverse displays an eagle with its wings spread wide, symbolizing strength and freedom. The P mint mark on the 2002 version denotes that this coin was minted in Philadelphia. But it's the unique characteristics of this particular quarter, from the wear on the coin to any possible misprints, that determine its overall value. So, why does this coin fetch such an impressive price on the market? Well, a variety of factors contribute to the $7,922 value of the 1816 to 2002 P Washington quarter. First, let's talk about rarity. While the Washington quarter was minted in high numbers over its lifespan, certain years, mint marks, and coin conditions make them stand out. Coins with exceptional grades, like those in mint state condition or even higher, can see their value increase drastically. Second, the coin's historical significance plays a role. The Washington quarter ties directly into the legacy of George Washington himself, which only adds to the coin's intrinsic value as a piece of American history. Finally, the condition of the coin matters a lot. Mint errors, low mintage numbers, and even unique characteristics can cause certain Washington quarters to spike in value. A well-preserved example from the 1816 to 2002 P series could easily fetch thousands, and in some cases, even higher amounts. The coin market can fluctuate, but the Washington quarter, especially the 1816 to 2002 P variety, has remained consistently sought after by collectors. As of today, it's valued at an impressive $7,922. This price is determined by a number of factors, such as the coin's rarity, historical importance, and the specific condition of the piece. A few have sold for even higher amounts when they're in pristine, near-perfect condition. Collectors often look for these coins in perfect, uncirculated condition, and if you happen to find one in near-perfect or proof-like condition, you could be holding a small fortune. But how do you know if you've got a rare Washington quarter in your collection? Well, let's break down a few tips on identifying the value of your coin. Grading your Washington quarter is a crucial step in determining its value. Here are some things to keep in mind. Look for the mint mark. Make sure you're dealing with the P mint mark for the Philadelphia minted version, as this adds to its uniqueness. Check for mint errors. Minting mistakes, like off-center strikes or double dies, can significantly boost the coin's value. Assess the condition. Coins in mint state or proof condition can be worth far more than worn, circulated examples. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for wear and tear. Consider the rarity of the year. While the 2002 P Washington quarter is more common, earlier versions from the 1930s or 40s may be harder to find and more valuable. Ready to get your hands on a rare 1816 to 2002 P Washington quarter? Or perhaps looking to sell one? There are several places where you can buy or sell these incredible coins. Your best bet is visiting reputable coin shops, online auction sites like eBay, or joining coin dealer networks where experts can help you authenticate and sell your coins for the best price. The 1816 to 2002 P USA Washington quarter is a piece of American history that's not just valuable in terms of its monetary worth, but also its cultural significance. Whether you're a collector looking to add to your collection or a seller hoping to cash in on its market value, there's no doubt that this coin holds both historical and financial value. So, keep your eyes peeled, check your coin jars, and who knows, maybe you'll find the next highly valuable Washington quarter. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1816 to 2002 P Washington quarter dollar, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more coin collection insights. Got any rare coins in your collection? Let us know in the comments below, and we might feature them in an upcoming video. Until next time, happy collecting! Welcome back, coin collectors and enthusiasts. If you're passionate about rare and valuable coins, you're in for a real treat today. In this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating history and value of the Washington quarter dollar, covering the years from 1890 to 2007. This iconic coin has seen generations come and go, but its value, especially for certain rare and well-preserved pieces, has skyrocketed in recent years. Today, we'll explore its rich history, key dates, mint marks, and its current market value of $17,922. The story of the Washington quarter begins in 1932, marking a monumental change in U.S. coinage. The quarter dollar, previously featuring the image of Lady Liberty, was replaced with the image of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The change came as part of a centennial tribute to Washington's birth. Designed by artist John Flanagan, the new Washington quarter featured the bust of Washington on the obverse, while the reverse displayed an eagle, a design that would become iconic and enduring. The first year of this coin's release saw the introduction of both circulating and commemorative versions, making it an essential part of U.S. numismatic history. Though the Washington quarter was only intended to be a temporary redesign, it turned out to be a lasting legacy. Little did anyone know that the coins minted in the early years, especially those with minting errors or rarities, would become highly sought after and valuable over the decades. From 1932 to 1964, the Washington quarter was produced with 90% silver, making it a favorite among collectors. The silver content of these quarters gives them intrinsic value, and many of them have appreciated significantly over time. The early years of minting, particularly the 1932 and 1932 D quarters, are some of the rarest and most valuable in the series. The 1932 quarter, especially with the D mint mark from Denver, is incredibly scarce, with prices often exceeding $5,000 in high-grade condition. Similarly, the 1934 and 1936 quarters have also become highly collectible, with prices rising as the demand for silver coins increases. In 1964, the U.S. government made a significant shift. Due to rising silver prices, the Washington quarter was struck with 90% silver until mid-1965, after which it was replaced by a copper-nickel alloy. This shift in composition led to the creation of two distinct eras of Washington quarters, the silver quarters and the clad, copper-nickel, quarters. With the introduction of clad quarters in 1965, the composition of the coin changed dramatically. These quarters are made from a copper core, with layers of copper-nickel on the outside. The shift to a non-silver metal made the quarters less valuable in terms of precious metal content, but they were still widely circulated and collected. Over the decades, the Washington quarter underwent multiple design changes. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched the 50-state quarters program, featuring a new reverse design for each state. This program became an enormous success and drew attention to the Washington quarter, making it even more popular among collectors. From 1999 through 2008, a total of 56 different state-themed designs were issued. Some of these quarters, especially those in pristine condition, can fetch a premium on the collector's market today. Fast forward to the 2007 Washington quarter, and you have a piece that represents the culmination of nearly 75 years of history. This coin, minted at the end of the 50-state quarters program, is often referred to as the final quarter in the series before the U.S. Mint moved to newer designs. The 2007 Washington quarter still holds significant value, especially when it comes to certain mint marks and versions. For instance, some quarters minted in this year can be worth well beyond face value, depending on their condition and rarity. A flawless example can easily be worth a premium due to its historical importance and the enduring legacy of the Washington quarter. Now, let's talk about the current market value. Believe it or not, the Washington quarter series, especially from 1890 to 2007, can be worth significantly more than the mere 25 cents they were originally intended to be worth. A well-preserved 1932 D quarter can easily fetch several $1,000s at auction, while some rare coins from the 1930s and 1940s can be worth even more. The current market value of some of these Washington quarters has reached as high as $17,922, particularly for those in exceptional condition with unique minting errors or rarity. It's important to note that factors like mint mark, year, and condition all play a huge role in determining the value of a coin. A well-preserved coin with a rare mint mark or historical significance can be worth a lot of money, especially as the demand for rare U.S. coins continues to increase. Now that we've covered the history and value of the Washington quarter, let's talk about how you can identify coins that might be worth something special. First, always check the year and mint mark. Rare mint marks like the 1932 D and 1932 S are key to unlocking value. Next, check the condition of the coin. Coins that are well circulated won't fetch as much, but coins that are in excellent, uncirculated condition can be worth far more. Look for coins with sharp details, especially on the Washington portrait and the eagle on the reverse. Coins with significant wear or damage will lower their value, so always handle your coins with care. Finally, consider investing in a good magnifying glass or coin loupe to inspect your coins closely for any errors, which could add considerable value. And there you have it, a comprehensive look at the history, value, and current market worth of the Washington quarter dollar. From its early days in 1932 to its modern-day status, this coin continues to captivate collectors around the world. Whether you're new to collecting or a seasoned pro, understanding the history behind these coins is key to spotting valuable treasures. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you have a Washington quarter, or any other coin you think might be valuable, leave a comment below. Who knows, you could be sitting on a hidden gem. Hey, coin collectors and history enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, the Washington quarter dollar coin. If you're passionate about rare coins, then you're in for a treat because we'll be discussing the fascinating history, the incredible value, and the current market worth of the 1907 to 2008 PUSA Washington quarter dollar. Yes, this coin is worth a staggering $33,444. Stick around, and we'll explain why this seemingly ordinary quarter is a true treasure. Segment 1, a glimpse into the history of the Washington quarter dollar coin. Let's start by going back in time. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, replacing the earlier standing Liberty quarter. Designed by artist John Flanagan, this coin was an immediate hit and has remained in circulation ever since, making it one of the longest-running U.S. coin designs. Flanagan design features a striking left-facing portrait of Washington, with the inscription, Liberty, above his head and, In God We Trust, to the left. On the reverse side, you'll find a majestic eagle, symbolizing the strength and pride of America, with the words, E pluribus unum, out of many one, and United States of America, surrounding it. Now, what makes this quarter so special, especially the 1907 to 2008 P version, is that over the years, certain years and mint marks have produced much rarer and more valuable versions due to minting errors, low mintage numbers, or unique design variations. Segment 2, the 1907 to 2008 P Washington quarter. A rare coin in the making. Let's focus on the 1907 to 2008 P Washington quarter, specifically the versions minted at the Philadelphia Mint. While most quarters from this era are relatively easy to find in circulation, The 1907 to 2008 P variety has gained legendary status among collectors due to the fact that many of these quarters were produced in large quantities during certain periods, but only a few select ones have survived in pristine condition, making them highly sought after by collectors. From the mid-20th century onwards, there were numerous unique and valuable issues, like the 1932 D and S Washington quarters, which were minted in limited quantities. As time went on, the minting of these coins became more efficient, but even so, the quality and preservation of certain coins made them rare collectibles. Over time, the Washington quarter evolved in design, with changes in the reverse, and the inclusion of commemorative issues, such as the State Quarters and the America the Beautiful series. But there's one thing that stands out: this particular series, the 1907 to 2008 P coins, in excellent condition, especially those with higher grades, like MS-65 or higher, can be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. Why is this coin worth so much? The million-dollar question: why is the 1907 to 2008 P Washington quarter worth so much money today? Well, a few factors contribute to its high value: rarity and condition. The key factor that determines the value of any coin is its rarity, and more importantly, its condition. Coins with fewer mintages and those that are in great shape, free from wear and tear, can command a premium. Most of the 1907 to 2008 P quarters were mass-produced, but as time passed, fewer and fewer coins remained in uncirculated condition. The survival rate of pristine specimens makes the high-grade versions rare and highly coveted by collectors. Historical significance: the Washington Quarter series is one of the most iconic in U.S. numismatic history. The fact that this coin has been in continuous circulation for over 80 years means it has witnessed major historical events, making it a tangible piece of American heritage. Coins that have survived for so long carry a sense of nostalgia and historical value, which only adds to their worth. Special editions and mint errors: over the decades, certain Washington quarters were minted with special designs, such as those in the State Quarters series, 1999 to 2008, and the America the Beautiful series, 2010 to 2021. These special edition quarters, especially in the P mint mark, have become increasingly valuable, as certain errors in these coins, like doubling, misprints, or missing elements, make them unique. The presence of a mint error can send a coin's value skyrocketing. For example, a quarter with a doubled die or a misplaced mint mark can be worth thousands more than its normal counterpart. Current market trends: the value of collectible coins fluctuates with market trends. Right now, the 1907 to 2008 P Washington quarter dollar is valued at an impressive $33,444, largely due to a combination of its historical importance, scarcity in high-grade conditions, and its status among the most collected coins in the United States. The demand for rare and well-preserved U.S. coins has seen a surge in recent years, making these coins a smart investment for serious collectors. What to look for when hunting for a valuable Washington quarter? Now that you know the value of this coin, you might be wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these valuable quarters in my collection? Here are some tips to help you out. Check the mint mark. The P mint mark on the 1907 to 2008 P quarters indicates they were minted in Philadelphia, and this is a crucial factor when determining the value. You'll find the mint mark to the right of Washington's neck below the date. Examine the coin's condition. Coins are graded based on their condition, ranging from poor, P1, to perfect, MS-70. A higher grade means more value. If your coin is well preserved with no scratches or wear, it could be worth more than average. Look for rare dates and errors. While the majority of quarters minted in this series are relatively common, some dates and mint marks are rarer than others. Pay attention to any potential errors, double die, missing mint marks, or unusual design features, as these can drastically increase the value. Use a magnifying glass or loupe when inspecting your coin for damage, wear, or errors. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a closer look. Small details can make a huge difference in the value. How to sell your valuable coin: if you have a 1907 to 2008 P Washington quarter, and it's in excellent condition, you may want to consider selling it. Here's how you can go about it. Get an appraisal. Before you sell your coin, it's a good idea to get it appraised by a professional numismatist. They'll assess the coin's condition, rarity, and current market value, and they may even identify any hidden gems you didn't notice. Sell through a coin dealer or auction. You can sell your valuable quarter to a trusted coin dealer, or you can list it at a coin auction. Some rare coins reach their highest value when sold at auction, where collectors bid against each other to own them. Online platforms. Websites like eBay or other online coin marketplaces also provide an opportunity to sell your Washington quarter, but be sure to research prices and sell your coin with the right information to attract serious buyers. And there you have it. The fascinating history and potential wealth behind the 1907 to 2008 P Washington quarter dollar. This coin, with its rich history and high market value, is a prized possession for any serious collector. Whether you're just starting your collection or you've been collecting for years, the Washington quarter offers a unique glimpse into the history of the United States. Remember, if you ever come across one of these quarters in your pocket change, it's worth taking a closer look. Who knows, you might just have a rare and valuable piece of American history worth thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you never miss out on more valuable coin tips. Happy collecting, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, coin collectors. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins in U.S. history, the 1965 Washington quarter. While this coin might seem like just another quarter in your pocket change, its value, history, and the story behind it are absolutely fascinating. Believe it or not, some of these coins are now worth a whopping $37,999. But what makes it so special? Let's find out. The 1965 Washington quarter was minted during a time of great change in America. In the 1960s, the United States was dealing with a range of social, political, and economic issues. It was also a time of great upheaval in the world of U.S. coinage. The year 1965 marked the first time in history that the United States government decided to remove silver from many of its coins, including the quarter. Prior to 1965, the Washington quarter was made of 90% silver. But in the wake of rising silver prices and a shortage of the precious metal, the U.S. Mint switched to a new composition for the quarter, a copper-nickel alloy. This shift was made with the passage of the Coinage Act of 1965, and it affected all quarters minted that year and beyond. However, the 1965 Washington quarter still had the same iconic design created by John Flanagan back in 1932, depicting George Washington on the obverse, with an eagle on the reverse. While most of the 1965 Washington quarters were made with the new copper-nickel composition, there are some rare and valuable coins from this year that have a bit of a mystery attached to them. The 1965 quarter is significant for a couple of reasons. Not only does it represent a turning point in U.S. coinage, but there were some notable errors and special circumstances surrounding its production that make it highly collectible today. One of the main reasons that the 1965 Washington quarter is worth so much today is because of certain error coins that were produced during its mintage. For example, a small number of 1,965 quarters were struck with double dies, leading to a misalignment of the design. These error coins are incredibly rare, and they can fetch huge sums at auction, sometimes well above $10,000. In addition, other errors, such as off-center strikes or incorrect alloys, have also been discovered, each adding to the rarity and value of the coin. Now, let's talk about mint marks. Most of the 1965 quarters were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark that year. But the key to understanding the value of this coin comes from how many of these were produced and the fact that the majority of coins from this era are in relatively poor condition. Coins in higher grades, especially those that are uncirculated or have been well preserved, are worth far more than their face value. So, what makes this particular 1965 quarter worth a staggering $37,999? The value is primarily driven by the combination of its rarity, demand, and condition. At a recent auction, a pristine 1965 quarter in mint condition, featuring one of these rare era varieties, fetched nearly $40,000. That's right, this quarter, originally worth just 25 cents, could be worth up to $37,999, or more, if it's in exceptional shape. Now that we know the value of these rare 1965 quarters, you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 1965 quarter is worth something? Well, here are a few tips for identifying valuable coins. Look for mint errors. Some 1965 quarters were struck with double dies, off-center strikes, or other minting mistakes. Check for misalignments or doubled lettering, especially around the date and on George Washington's portrait. Examine the condition. A coin's value increases dramatically with its condition. A well-preserved 1965 quarter, free from scratches, wear, or damage, could be worth much more than a heavily circulated one-dot mint mark. As mentioned earlier, the 1965 quarters from the Philadelphia Mint do not have a mint mark. However, rare coins with unusual features, like certain die varieties, can also be highly sought after by collectors. If you believe you have a rare and valuable 1965 Washington quarter, there are a few places you can sell it. Many collectors find success at coin shops, but the best place to get top dollar is often through an auction house or online platforms like eBay. If you're unsure about the value, it's always a good idea to get your coin appraised by a professional to ensure you're getting the best price. So there you have it. The 1965 Washington quarter may look like just another quarter, but with its rich history, rare mint errors, and high demand from collectors, it has earned its place as one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. If you come across one of these coins, especially in pristine condition or with an error, you could be holding a $37,999 treasure in your hand. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing coin stories. Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the hidden treasures we dig into. Today, we're going to talk about a coin that's often overlooked by collectors and casual fans alike, the 1973 Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might be thinking, it's just a penny, right? But believe it or not, this small piece of copper has a value that can blow your mind. Some of these pennies are worth as much as $54,000. Stick around, because we're diving deep into the history, the value, and what makes the 1973 penny such a prized collector's item. Before we talk about why the 1973 Lincoln penny is so valuable, let's take a step back and look at its history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was designed by artist Victor David Brenner, and ever since, the Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency. Now, fast forward to 1973. The 1973 penny came out during a time when the United States was experiencing significant economic changes. The country was recovering from the inflationary pressures of the 1970s, and the economy was in the midst of a turbulent transition. At this time, pennies were still being minted primarily from copper, making them much heavier and more durable than today's zinc pennies. The design of the 1973 penny is similar to earlier versions of the Lincoln cent, featuring President Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, or front side, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The coin's design, as simple as it may seem, carries significant historical weight. Lincoln, one of the most iconic presidents in American history, has been immortalized on the cent for over a century. In 1973, the U.S. Mint produced billions of these pennies, most of which are still circulating today. But as you probably know, only a small percentage of coins ever become valuable. And it's these rare and unique examples that make the 1973 penny a collector's dream. So, why is the 1973 Lincoln penny worth so much? Well, not all of them are worth $54,000. In fact, most 1973 pennies are worth only 1 cent, or maybe a little more if they're in pristine condition. However, A small number of these pennies have specific errors or features that make them incredibly rare and valuable. One of the key factors driving the high value of certain 1973 pennies is what's known as the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice by the die, creating a noticeable double image, usually on the date or lettering. This rare mistake is highly prized among collectors because it's a unique and limited error. Take a look at this coin. What you're seeing here is a 1973 penny with a double die error on the date. Instead of just one clear impression of the 1973, you can see a faint second layer of numbers just beneath the original strike. This kind of error is what gives certain 1973 pennies their astonishing value. Collectors and investors who specialize in rare coins are always on the lookout for these kinds of mistakes, and when they find them, the bidding wars begin. Now, you may be wondering, how rare is this error? Well, it's not something you'll find in every penny jar. Only a handful of 1973 pennies with this error exist, and because of that, they can command prices of up to $54,000 or even more at auction, depending on the coin's condition. The condition of the coin is another important factor that can make or break its value. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, MS. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A well-preserved 1973 penny with a double die error, for example, could fetch thousands of dollars if it's in top condition. We're talking about a coin that's been stored carefully and has no visible wear or damage. To get an idea of what these pennies are worth, let's break down the typical grading scale. Good, the coin has heavy wear, but the major features are still visible. A 1973 penny in this condition would be worth maybe a few cents. Very fine, a coin that shows somewhere but still has good details. This might raise the value slightly, but not much. Uncirculated, MS60, MS70, these are the real treasures. If you find a 1973 penny that's been preserved in near-perfect condition, it could be worth thousands of dollars, especially if it has the double die error. So how exactly does a 1973 Lincoln penny reach a market value of $54,000? Well, as we mentioned, the coin's rarity, condition, and errors all play a major role. But the price can also be influenced by other factors, like how many collectors are actively seeking out that particular coin at a given time, or if a bidding war ensues at auction. In the case of the 1973 double die penny, a recent sale saw one such coin go for a staggering $54,000. This price wasn't a fluke. Other coins in similar condition with the same error have also commanded prices in the tens of thousands. It's proof that in the world of coin collecting, sometimes the smallest mistakes can result in the biggest windfalls. If you're wondering where to find a 1973 penny with this kind of value, your best bet is to start by searching through rolls of pennies or collections from estate sales. Many collectors have found rare coins just by going through their spare change, so don't overlook even the most ordinary-looking pennies. You never know what might be hidden inside that jar of coins you've been saving for years. But remember, the double die error is rare. And even if you do find one, it's important to get your coin professionally graded to determine its true value. If it turns out you have a valuable coin, it could be time to contact a reputable coin dealer or auction house to help you sell it. So there you have it, the incredible story behind the 1973 Lincoln 1-cent penny. What may seem like just another piece of change could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, thanks to rare errors and exceptional condition. If you happen to have one of these gems hidden in your collection, it might be time to check its value. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you found this video helpful, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin hunting tips, news on rare coins, and all things numismatics. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the 1973 penny or any other rare coins you've come across. Until next time, happy hunting, and remember, even a penny could be a treasure. Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got a real gem for you, an incredibly rare coin that could be hiding in your pocket change right now. Yes, I'm talking about the 1980 Lincoln 1-cent penny, and it's worth a jaw-dropping $94,000. But what makes this penny so valuable? Let's dive into the history, value, and what you should be looking for if you think you've got one of these rare pennies in your collection. You won't believe how much it could be worth. So, let's get started. First things first, let's talk about the basics. The 1980 D Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the D Mint mark on the reverse side of the coin, just below the date. This coin is a part of the ongoing series of pennies issued by the U.S. Mint since the Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909. But why is this particular coin worth so much? In 1980, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, so you'd think that most of them would be fairly common, right? Well, that's true, but here's the kicker: some 1980 D pennies are extremely rare and sought after by collectors, and that's because of a combination of production errors and their overall scarcity in high-quality condition. One of the most important factors in determining a coin's value is its condition. A majority of 1980 D pennies were heavily circulated, meaning they've seen a lot of wear and tear over the years. This wear reduces the coin's value significantly. However, if you've got a 1980 D penny that's in mint state, basically, a coin that looks as if it's barely been touched by time, then you've got something special. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with coins at the top of the scale being nearly perfect. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A 1980 D penny in MS67 or better, meaning it has virtually no signs of wear and is nearly flawless, can command a high price at auction. This is where the big money comes in. Now, let's talk about the specific value of a 1980 D Lincoln penny in top-notch condition. As of recent market trends, a coin in MS67 grade or better has sold for as much as $94,000. Yes, you heard that right, $94,000. This is because high-grade specimens of this penny are incredibly rare. Most of the 1980 D pennies in circulation are much lower grade due to their age and the conditions they've endured. Look at the difference between a typical circulated 1980 D penny and one in MS67 condition. The details on the high-grade coin are sharp and clear. There's no wear on the Lincoln portrait, no fading, and certainly no discoloration. In contrast, the circulated coin has a worn-out appearance, with less defined details and obvious signs of handling. Aside from being in pristine condition, some 1980 D pennies are valuable because of minting errors. Now, errors in coin production are a huge deal for collectors because they're unique, and they're often much rarer than typical coins. For instance, you might find a 1980 D penny with a doubled die, where the image is struck multiple times, creating a slight overlap in the design. These errors can significantly increase the value of a coin. Another type of error that collectors love to see is an off-center strike, where the design is not perfectly aligned with the coin's edges. Coins with these types of errors can be worth thousands, and sometimes even more, depending on the severity of the mistake and the coin's overall condition. So, how do you find a 1980 D Lincoln penny that could be worth a fortune? It all starts with checking your pocket change and looking through your coin jars. But remember, finding one in mint condition or with an error is rare, so don't expect to find a $94,000 penny every day. One great way to start is by rolling through some penny rolls. You can often find these at your local bank or coin shops. Be sure to check the date, the mint mark, and the condition of each coin. If you're serious about collecting, investing in a good magnifying tool or a coin grade system could be a game changer. If you happen to find a 1980 D penny that you think is in good condition, it's time to get it appraised. You can take it to a professional coin dealer or send it to a grading service like the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These services will help determine the coin's exact grade, which is essential when you're looking to sell or auction it. Once you have a professional grade and appraisal, you can decide if you want to sell your coin or hold on to it for a while. The market for rare coins fluctuates, but high-grade 1980 D pennies have historically performed well at auctions. So, to wrap up, the 1980 D Lincoln penny might seem like a common coin at first glance, but if you have one in excellent condition, or if it has a rare minting error, you could be holding on to a small treasure worth $94,000 or more. Remember, the key is in the condition and rarity, so take the time to carefully inspect your pennies. Who knows, you might just have a rare gem hiding in your collection. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare coins and their amazing values. If you've ever found a valuable coin like this, drop a comment below and let me know about your experience. Until next time, keep collecting, and remember, the next rare coin could be just a flip away. Hey, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. If you're a collector or just love discovering hidden treasures, today's episode is one you don't want to miss. We're diving deep into a coin that's making waves in the numismatic world, the 1983 PUSA Washington $quarter coin. You might be thinking, a quarter? How can that be worth so much? Well, hold on tight because we're about to explore why this seemingly ordinary coin has a jaw-dropping market value of $99,777. That's right, almost $100,000 for a quarter. So, if you're ready to learn the history, value, and the incredible rarity of this coin, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and let's get started. Now, let's start with a little background on the Washington quarter itself, for those who might be new to the world of numismatics. The Washington quarter was first released in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the obverse features the profile of Washington, and on the reverse, you'll find an eagle, which was the symbol of the U.S. for many years. Fast forward to 1983, a year that doesn't immediately scream rare coin. But here's the thing. This year's 1983 P Washington quarter is one of the most fascinating and valuable in recent memory. So what makes the 1983 P Washington quarter so special? Well, to understand this, we have to talk about coin production in the US in the early 80s. The US Mint was churning out billions of coins, and the 1983 P Washington quarter was produced in huge numbers. In fact, over 600 million quarters were minted that year at the Philadelphia Mint alone. So, logically, you might think it's a common coin, right? But that's where things get interesting. You see, the 1983 P Washington quarter is worth so much because of a rare minting error that occurred during production. Some of these coins were struck with a unique feature that made them extremely collectible. These coins were misaligned during the minting process, which caused them to be slightly off-center or have a deeper impression than normal. It's these little errors, often called die errors, that can increase a coin's value exponentially. Collectors absolutely love these mistakes, and some of these off-center coins can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. But here's the kicker, the one that sold for a staggering $99,777. That particular quarter wasn't just a typical minting error. It was in near-perfect condition, a grade that only comes around once in a blue moon. When it comes to coins, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being the best possible grade. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. $1,777 was graded at MS 67, which stands for Mint State 67. This means the coin had barely any signs of wear, scratches, or imperfections. It was nearly flawless. Coins in these pristine conditions are highly sought after by collectors and investors alike, making them rare gems in the market. And because this coin was from a series that had billions of pieces produced, a coin in this condition is even rarer. That's why it's worth nearly $100,000. Now, you might be wondering, how did a coin like this end up being worth so much? Well, it all comes down to the auction market. When these rare quarters appear at auctions, the bidding war can get fierce, with collectors scrambling to secure a piece of history. Coins like these are seen as both collectibles and investments. As time goes on, their value only tends to rise as the number of collectors grows and the supply of coins in such excellent condition becomes even more limited. Plus, the 1983 P Washington quarter is a part of American history. It was produced during the Reagan era, a time of great change and economic growth, making it an attractive piece for historical collectors. Now that we know what makes the 1983 P Washington quarter so valuable, let's talk about how to spot a rare one in your own collection. If you happen to come across a 1983p quarter, here's what to look for. First, check for any signs of die errors. Look for coins that are slightly off-center or that have unusual markings or impressions. The next step is checking the coin's condition. If it looks like it's been handled a lot or has visible scratches, it's probably not going to bring in that $99,777 price tag. But if it's in near-perfect condition, and the die error is obvious, you might just have a valuable treasure on your hands. So what's next for the 1983? Well, the coin market is constantly evolving, and more collectors are jumping into the hobby every year. Coins with errors, especially those in mint condition, have shown to increase in value as time goes on. And with the growing interest in historical U.S. coins, the market for this rare quarter will likely remain strong for years to come. If you ever come across one of these rare quarters, don't just spend it. Get it appraised by a professional, and it could become a part of your retirement fund. Who knows, it could be worth more than you ever imagined. Alright, coin lovers, that's a wrap on today's video. We've learned that a simple 1983p Washington quarter, thanks to a unique minting error and perfect condition, could be worth up to $99,700. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing coin facts. And if you happen to have a 1983p Washington quarter, take a second look, you might just be sitting on a gold mine. Until next time, happy collecting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're passionate about rare coins and their value, you're in the right place. Today, we have an extraordinary coin to talk about, the 1991p USA Washington quarter dollar. You might think, a 1991 coin? Isn't that too modern? But trust me, this coin has an interesting history and is valued at a jaw-dropping $97,111. Today, we're diving deep into the history, value, and the incredible worth of this particular coin. You'll be amazed at what makes it stand out, and why it's become so highly sought after by collectors. A brief history of the Washington quarter coin. First, let's take a quick look at the history of the Washington quarter. Introduced in 1932, this coin was designed by John Flanagan, and it features the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. The Washington quarter was made to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth, and it quickly became a staple in the U.S. coinage system. The coin was initially minted in 90% silver, but in 1965, the U.S. Mint began producing quarters with a copper-nickel composition to cut costs. While the Washington quarter has seen several design changes over the years, including the State Quarter series in the 1990s, the 1991p Washington quarter is part of the standard circulating coinage during that time. The Mint mark. What makes the P unique? Now, let's focus on the P Mint mark on this particular coin. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which is the oldest and one of the most prominent mints in the United States. The Philadelphia Mint produces most of the coins in circulation, including quarters. But when it comes to rare or unique varieties, sometimes a coin from this mint becomes incredibly valuable. In 1991, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of quarters. But what makes the 1991p special is a combination of factors, including rare minting errors and specific conditions that make this coin far more valuable than its face value. The rise in value. What's the big deal? Now, here's where the real mystery and value come in. The 1991p Washington quarter isn't just any regular coin. It's one of the most valuable in the Washington quarter series, and here's why. Initially, these coins were worth just 25 cents, like any regular quarter, but over time, their value skyrocketed. In fact, the 1991p Washington quarter now holds a current market value of $97,111, and here's why. Minting errors and collectability. One of the key factors driving the value of the 1991p Washington quarter is its association with certain minting errors. While most 1991p quarters are standard, a few were minted with notable defects. Some of these quarters have double dies, some have misaligned dies, and others have various types of off-center errors. A double die error occurs when the die strikes the coin twice, slightly misaligning the second strike. This results in doubled features on the coin, especially on the letters and numbers. It's a small flaw, but to collectors it's a huge deal. These errors make the coin much more valuable. Additionally, the condition of the coin plays a massive role in determining its worth. If you happen to find a 1991 P Washington quarter in mint condition, or even a proof-like finish, its value is even higher. The market for rare coins. Why is the 1991 P so valuable? So why does the 1991 P Washington quarter command such a high price today? It comes down to rarity, collectability, and the ongoing demand for historical U.S. coins. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for coins that might have hidden potential. In recent years, coins like the 1991 P have been sold at auctions for record-breaking prices. While the coin was originally worth just a quarter, a minting error, combined with rarity and the coin's condition, has propelled its value to new heights. How to identify a valuable 1991 P Washington quarter? So, how can you identify if your 1991 P Washington quarter is valuable? The first step is to check for any signs of a minting error. Look closely at the design, especially around the edges and lettering. Double dies are often visible on the Liberty text and "In God We Trust" motto. Also, inspect the coin for any off-center strikes, scratches, or misalignments that could enhance its value. If you suspect your coin might have an error, don't just assume it's valuable. The best thing to do is to take it to a professional coin appraiser or use a trusted coin grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Where to sell your 1991 P Washington quarter? If you're lucky enough to own a valuable 1991 P Washington quarter, you might be wondering where you can sell it. There are a few options available to you. You can try local coin dealers, auction houses, or online marketplaces like eBay or Heritage Auctions. However, always make sure you've had your coin properly appraised and graded before you sell it to ensure you're getting the best price. So, is your 1991 P Washington quarter worth $97,111? It depends. If you're good enough to have one with minting errors, in pristine condition, or perhaps even a rare variety, then you could be sitting on a small fortune. But even if it's just a regular 1991 P, it's still an important coin in the collection for many enthusiasts. I hope you enjoyed learning about this fascinating coin today. If you think you have a 1991 P Washington quarter that might be valuable, don't wait around, get it checked by an expert. And if you want more coin tips, tricks, and market updates, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! See you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins that could be hiding in your change jar right now, the 1992 Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin has an incredible story, and it's worth far more than its 1-cent face value. So, grab your magnifying glass and let's take a deep dive into the history, the value, and the reasons why the 1992 penny could be worth up to $14,000 today. First, let's give a little context to the Lincoln penny, as it has a rich history that dates all the way back to 1909 when it was first introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, the design of the penny has changed, but it's always featured the profile of Abraham Lincoln, making it one of the most iconic coins in American history. Now you're probably wondering, what makes the 1992 Lincoln penny so special and worth such a hefty price tag? Let's get into it. Okay, let's talk specifics. Most of us are familiar with the typical Lincoln penny, small, copper-colored, and usually worth just 1 cent. But the 1992 penny is different. It's not necessarily about the regular mintage that makes it valuable. Rather, it's about a particular error and some unique features that make certain 1992 pennies highly sought after by collectors. The most notable version of this coin that has earned such a high value is the 1992 close AM variety. Now, to understand why this penny is valuable, we need to talk about the close AM design. See, the US Mint produces these pennies with two different variations in the space between the and M and the word America on the reverse side of the coin. In most years, the and M are far apart, but in 1992, there was an accidental design error. Some pennies were struck with the and M very close together, creating a rare closed AM variety. This closed AM penny is extremely rare and highly valuable because it's a mint error that collectors are eager to get their hands on. It was only produced for a short time during the 1992 minting process before the error was caught, making it an incredibly scarce find. So, how much is the 1992 closed AM penny worth? Well, prices can vary depending on its condition, but a well-preserved example could be worth up to $14,000. Yes, you heard that right, $14,000 for a single penny. That's more than most of us make in a year, right? But what makes this coin so expensive? It's all about rarity, condition, and demand. Since only a small number of these error pennies were minted, they are extremely hard to come by, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for one in good shape. Condition is everything when it comes to the value of this coin. The higher the grade of the penny, the more money it can fetch at auction. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A 1992 closed AM penny in mint condition, with a grade of 65 or higher, could easily sell for tens of thousands of dollars. But even a penny that's in less than perfect condition can still be worth a few $100s to the right collector. Now you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these rare 1992 closed AM pennies? Well, it's all about examining the reverse side of the coin, specifically the space between the and M in America. On the wide AM pennies, you'll notice that there's a larger gap between the two letters. But for the closed AM variety, the letters are much closer together, almost touching. It's a subtle difference, but once you know what to look for, you can spot it fairly easily. A magnifying glass or a good microscope will help you get a clear view of this detail. So, take a look at your 1992 pennies and check that AM gap. If they're close together, you might be holding on to a small fortune. Aside from the closed AM variety, there are other factors. 92 Lincoln penny. These include the coin's overall condition, any additional errors that might be present, and the current demand in the market. Coin collectors and dealers look for specimens that are well preserved, have high-grade markings, and display unique features that make them stand out from regular coins. In some cases, you may even find a double die or a double mint mark error on a 1992 penny. These rare variations can further increase the coin's value. The more errors or unique features the coin has, the more likely it is to be valued at a higher price. So, you've found a 1992 closed AM penny and you're wondering, how do I sell it and make the most money? Few options for you. You can sell the penny through an auction house, online marketplaces like eBay, or even through local coin shops. It's important to get your coin graded by a professional service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, to ensure that you're getting the best price possible. Grading your coin will help buyers understand the condition and authenticity of your penny, which can greatly increase its value. And remember, rare and high-quality coins tend to sell at a premium price when they're placed in the right auction or marketplace. So there you have it, folks. The 1992 Lincoln 1-cent penny, specifically the closed AM variety, is one of the most valuable pennies out there, with a potential worth of up to $14,000. It's rare, it's sought after, and it could be sitting in your coin collection right now. Now that you know what to look for, check your change jar, your coin albums, and your loose pennies. Who knows? You might just find a hidden gem worth thousands of dollars. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more valuable coin tips, and let us know in the comments if you've found any rare coins of your own. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep on collecting! Hello, coin enthusiasts and collectors. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1996 D Washington $quarter coin. This unassuming coin, which many of us have come across in our pocket change, has a history that might surprise you, and it could be worth far more than you think. Stick around as we uncover the value, history, and the current market worth of the 1990-60 Washington quarter, which has reached a staggering $81,999 in the right condition. Yes, you heard that right. First, let's take a quick look at the history of the Washington quarter, the series to which our 1990-60 belongs. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by artist John Flanagan, the coin features the iconic portrait of the first U.S. president on the obverse, and an eagle on the reverse. But did you know that this quarter is one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coinage history? The Washington quarter has been in circulation for nearly a century now, with only a few design changes along the way. Over the decades, the Washington quarter has undergone several minor design changes, but the core idea has always remained the same, honoring George Washington. The 1990-60 Washington quarter, however, stands out for a reason that may not be immediately obvious. The 1990-60 Washington quarter is unique for collectors, and that uniqueness is exactly why it's valuable today. The 1990-60 quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, as denoted by the D Mint mark on the obverse side of the coin. On the surface, it might seem like just another modern quarter, right? But as with many valuable coins, it's what's not immediately visible that makes it stand out. Rarity plays a huge part in the value of any coin. For the 1990-60 Washington quarter, it wasn't just the design or minting year that made it valuable, but the specific circumstances that affected its mintage and circulation. In 1996, there was a significant increase in the production of quarters, but that year saw an unusual production pattern. Many of the 1990-60 quarters were struck with slight misprints, imperfections, and unique die errors that have made them highly sought after in the numismatic community. When a mint error occurs, it often means a coin's rarity and value increases exponentially. These error coins are harder to find because they were produced in such small quantities and typically end up being discarded or melted down. But those that survived, and survive in pristine condition, have become a hot commodity. Now let's talk about the most important part, the value. The 1990-60 Washington quarter, when found in mint condition, is worth far more than its face value of 25 cents. In fact, these coins are currently fetching an astonishing $81,999 on the open market. Yes, $81,999. But this value is reserved for specific 1990-60 quarters and exceptional professionals to evaluate a coin's condition, ranging from poor to mint state. Coins in the highest grades, like MS-65 and above, are the ones that are worth the most. If you happen to have a 1990-60 Washington quarter in gem uncirculated or higher condition, you are looking at a potential windfall. Any signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration can reduce the coin's value, so it's crucial to handle these coins with care. If you believe you've found a 1990-60 in excellent condition, it might be worth getting it professionally graded. Now, let's talk about how to spot these valuable coins. The first thing you should look for is the mint mark on the obverse of the coin. It's a small delocated portrait. If you've got a 1990-60, that's step one. But to really find one that could be worth thousands, check for any errors or unusual features. Some of the most desirable errors include doubled dies, where the design appears twice, slightly offset, which causes the design to appear distorted or blurry. If you find a 1990-60 with these types of mistakes in good condition, it could be a jackpot. Coin values are dynamic and can change over time based on demand, rarity, and market conditions. Right now, the 1990-60 Washington quarter is commanding upwards of $81,999 at auction for the rarest and most pristine examples. However, it's important to remember that prices fluctuate, so if you've got one of these quarters, don't wait too long to have it evaluated. If you believe you've got a valuable 1990-60 Washington quarter on your hands, the next step is determining the best way to sell it. Here are a few tips. Have your coin professionally graded by reputable companies like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, consider selling through a trusted auction house or online platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions, where rare coins are regularly sold to collectors around the world. Always get multiple opinions on its value before selling. This can help you avoid being undercut by unscrupulous buyers. Thanks for tuning in. The 1990 60 Washington quarter might just be one of the most underrated coins in modern U.S. minting history. If you come across one in your coin collection or in circulation, it's definitely worth taking a second look. It might just be your ticket to a small fortune. Remember, when it comes to coin collecting, condition, rarity, and errors are everything. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest coin discoveries and tips. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your collection grow. Hey, coin collectors and enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we've got something truly special that's caught the eyes of many collectors, the 2002p Jefferson nickel. This particular coin has been known to fetch impressive sums in the market, and if you happen to stumble across one in your pocket change, you could be holding something worth up to $34,000. But how did this nickel go from ordinary to extraordinary? Let's take a journey into its history, value, and the factors that make it so sought after today. The 2002p Jefferson nickel is part of the United States Mint's ongoing production of the 5-cent coin, which has undergone several design changes over the years. However, what makes the 2002p Jefferson nickel stand out is the unique characteristics that have made it a target for collectors. Let's start with a little history. The Jefferson nickel, introduced in 1938, has featured several different designs over the years. The most iconic design, of course, is the one featuring the profile of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia estate, on the reverse. This particular design remained mostly unchanged for decades, but the 2002p nickel still carries that classic look, even though there were a few modifications along the way. 2002 was the year the Mint continued to produce nickels with the traditional design. However, the year itself is key. The 2002p Jefferson nickel is considered special because of a rare variety that slipped through the cracks at the U.S. Mint, the 2002p no mint mark error coin. These errors are extremely rare, which is part of the reason this particular coin is so valuable today. Now you might be wondering, what exactly makes this nickel so valuable? It all comes down to one very specific error that occurred in the minting process. You see, every coin minted at a U.S. Mint facility will have a small mint mark on it to indicate where it was made, either D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. But for some strange reason, a handful of 2002p Jefferson nickels were struck without the typical mint mark, a major mistake that makes these coins incredibly valuable. These error coins, often referred to as no mint mark or missing mint mark coins, are highly coveted in the numismatic world. The scarcity of these coins has caused their value to skyrocket, especially when they are in high-grade condition. So, let's talk about the money. Why is the 2002p Jefferson nickel with no mint mark worth such an incredible amount? Well, in general, the value of a coin depends on several factors, including its rarity, condition, and demand. As for the 2002p no mint mark nickel, its rarity is the main driving force behind its value. The United States Mint only produced a small number of these error coins, and most were released into circulation by mistake. As for its condition, the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A coin in mint state, which means it has been well preserved with minimal wear, will always be more valuable than one that has been circulated extensively. Coins that are graded MS-67 or higher can fetch the highest prices, sometimes upwards of $34,000, depending on the rarity of the error and its demand in the market. Identifying a 2002p no mint mark error coin can be tricky, especially for the untrained eye. First, you'll want to look at the obverse of the coin, specifically the area where the mint mark should be located. A normal 2002p nickel will have the P mint mark just below the year, but a no mint mark error coin will be missing that mint mark entirely. It's a small detail, but it can make a huge difference in the coin's value. When it comes to grading, A coin's condition is assessed on a scale from 1 to 70. A coin in MS 67 or higher means it is nearly flawless, and it's these high-grade coins that can demand top dollar prices at auctions and through private sales. As of now, the 2002 Jefferson nickel no mint mark error coin can be worth up to $34,000, depending on its condition and demand. These coins are often sold at high-end auctions or through specialized dealers, and it's not uncommon to see them go for tens of thousands of dollars in the right market conditions. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these elusive error coins, which means that their value continues to rise over time. If you're lucky enough to find one of these in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. And with the ongoing interest in error coins, there's no telling how much these could be worth in the years to come. So, how can you get your hands on one of these valuable coins? Your best bet is to check your pocket change and look for any 2002 Jefferson nickels. Keep in mind, though, that most of these coins are in circulation, and the chances of finding one in error condition are rare. But if you do, be sure to have it professionally graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity and value. When you're ready to sell, there are a variety of ways to do so, from auction houses to specialized coin dealers. Just remember, the more knowledgeable you are about the coin's condition and rarity, the better deal you'll get. To wrap things up, the 2002 Jefferson nickel is a perfect example of how a small minting error can transform an ordinary coin into an extraordinary one worth thousands of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, keeping an eye out for these rare finds can be a game changer for your collection. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history and value, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin content, and let me know in the comments if you've ever found a coin that's worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Hey, coin collectors and enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving deep into the world of one very special coin that you might have sitting in your collection, or even tucked away in your change jar right now. We're talking about the 2009 Guam USA Washington quarter dollar, a coin that could be worth up to $4,000. Before we get into its value and why this coin is worth so much, let's quickly go over what makes the 2009 Guam USA Washington quarter dollar so unique. This coin is part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. But hold on, 2009 was a different year. In 2009, the Mint issued a set of quarters for U.S. territories, with Guam being one of them. Here it is, the 2009 Guam quarter. The reverse side features a stunning design, showcasing an outline of the island of Guam with a native Chamorro woman holding a branch of a plant that's native to the region, the frangipani flower. There's also an American flag and the year 2009 proudly displayed. The 2009 quarters were part of a special series that honored the U.S. territories. These included Puerto Rico, American Samoa, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and of course, Guam. The significance of this series lies in the fact that these quarters were the first time in history the U.S. Mint issued coins to commemorate the territories, which are a key part of the United States, but often overlooked. Guam, located in the Pacific Ocean, is an unincorporated territory of the United States. With a rich history and strong ties to the military, Guam is an important part of America's identity. These 2009 quarters serve as a tribute to that. Now, let's talk about the mint mark. The P on this quarter indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But it's important to note that the 2009 Guam quarter isn't the only version. There's also a D mint mark version from the Denver Mint. However, what makes this P mint mark version so valuable? Unlike many coins, not all of the 2009 Guam quarters are rare, but those in excellent condition, especially those that have been well preserved and show no signs of wear, are far more valuable. And that's where the value of this coin skyrockets. So how much is this quarter worth? The current market value for a well-preserved 2009 Guam USA Washington quarter is around $4,000. Yes, you heard that right, $4,000 for just a single coin. But why such a hefty price tag? The value of the 2009 Guam quarter stems from its rarity in mint condition. Most of the coins produced in 2009 were released into circulation and saw heavy use, meaning they're often worn down with scratches, dings, and discoloration. A coin in mint condition, or one that has been graded highly, like MS-65 or higher, can command that $4,000 price tag. But what exactly makes a 2009 Guam quarter so rare and valuable in top condition? The answer lies in the coin's low mintage and the appeal to collectors. Only a limited number of these coins were released into circulation, and as collectors continue to seek out rare pieces from the U.S. Mint series, the demand for the 2009 Guam quarter in pristine condition has only grown. Additionally, the history behind the U.S. Territories quarter series adds to the appeal, making it a sought-after item for both collectors and investors. So, how can you tell if your 2009 Guam quarter is one of those rare, high-value coins? First, check the condition. If your quarter looks shiny and uncirculated, it might be a gem. Look for any signs of wear on the edges or surface, as these can decrease its value. You also want to inspect the details of the design. A crisp, clear design with sharp details is key to a high-quality coin. Another way to ensure your coin's value is to have it graded by a professional service, like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade, slabbed coin will be much easier to sell and could fetch a higher price at auction or from collectors. If you think you have a valuable 2009 Guam quarter, you might be wondering where to sell it. Well, there are several options. Online auction sites like eBay are a great place to start, but you can also check with local coin shops or specialized dealers. Just make sure to get multiple opinions and verify the value before making any transactions. So there you have it, the 2009 Guam USA Washington $quarter coin, a rare and valuable piece of American coinage that's worth a lot of money today. If you think you have one, it's definitely worth getting it checked out. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting! Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on rare coins and their incredible values. See you next time! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin collector or simply fascinated by rare coins, then you're in for a treat today. In this video, we're going to take an in-depth look at the 2013 USA Washington $quarter coin. You might be surprised to find that this coin is worth a lot more than you think. But before we dive into its value, let's explore its history and why it's so special. First, let's set the stage by taking a step back in time. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The coin features a profile of the first President of the United States, George Washington, designed by artist John Flanagan. This iconic design has remained largely unchanged for over 90 years, and it's one of the most recognized coins in American currency. Since its introduction, the Washington quarter has undergone several changes, but the core design has stayed the same. The obverse, front, of the coin still depicts a portrait of George Washington, while the reverse, back, features an eagle, which was also part of the original design. But what makes the 2013 Washington quarter unique is the year it was minted and its particular features, which we'll get into in just a moment. Now, let's talk about the specific quarter we're here for, the 2013 Washington quarter. Minted at the Denver Mint, the D Mint mark on the coin indicates its place of origin. The 2013 series is part of the larger set of quarters that were produced as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. While the design of the Washington quarter itself didn't change, the 2013 coin was part of a larger effort to highlight the beauty and diversity of U.S. national parks. The reverse side of the coin displays a national park or historical site, and for the 2013 series, we saw 5 coins featuring different parks and monuments. But in terms of the 2013 Washington quarter, it's important to note that it was one of the regular circulating coins, not a commemorative one. Despite its circulation, this particular coin stands out due to its rarity and the specific mintage numbers. As with all coins, the minting process is essential in determining its scarcity, and while millions of these coins were produced, only a small percentage are in high-grade, uncirculated condition. Now let's get to the good stuff, the value. You might be wondering, Why is a 2013 D Washington quarter worth $7,000? Well, it all comes down to a few key factors. First off, a coin's value is determined by several factors, including its rarity, demand, and condition. The 2013 D Washington quarter has been found in higher grade conditions, especially those with pristine details and limited wear, which means they are highly sought after by collectors. In particular, a 2013 D Washington quarter in MS-67 or better condition can fetch an impressive price. For reference, MS stands for mint state, which means the coin is in perfect or near perfect condition, having only been lightly handled or stored. Higher grades, like MS-68 or MS-69, can push the value even higher. Another factor that increases the value is that not all coins are equal. Some 2013 D quarters were struck with slight errors, such as doubled dies or die cracks, which make them even more valuable. Collectors love these errors because they're unique, and owning one adds a special story to their collection. For example, certain 2013 D Washington quarters were found with a slight doubling effect on the lettering, which makes them highly collectible. Errors like these can dramatically increase the price, often pushing the value well above $7,000. So, how can you tell if your 2013 D Washington quarter might be worth $7,000? Well, here are a few tips. First, check the condition. If your coin is still shiny, with minimal wear, scratches, or marks, it's likely to be in great condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. You can use a check for wear, discoloration, or other imperfections. Next, look for any minting errors. Double dies, where the letters or numbers appear to be doubled, are particularly rare and valuable. You can identify this error by closely inspecting the words Liberty and In God We Trust, and checking for any signs of doubling. Die cracks are another error that can be valuable. If you see any cracks in the design, especially around George Washington's portrait or along the edge of the coin, this could mean you've found an error coin. Once you've inspected your coin, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These companies will grade your coin and determine its exact value based on its condition and rarity. So, what is the current market value of the 2013 D Washington quarter? As we mentioned earlier, well-preserved, high-grade versions of the coin can be worth upwards of $7,000. However, keep in mind that coin values fluctuate over time, depending on market demand and other factors like collector interest and availability. Recent auction results and private sales have shown that collectors are increasingly looking for high-quality coins from recent years, and the 2013 D Washington quarter is one of those coins that has seen a rise in value. In fact, some collectors have even reported selling coins for over $10,000, especially if they have minting errors or are in top-tier condition. To wrap things up, the 2013 D Washington quarter is a coin that's more than just a part of everyday currency. Due to its quality, rarity, and collector demand, it's quickly becoming a valuable asset in the world of numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for this gem. You might just have one hiding in your change jar that could be worth a small fortune. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss out on the latest coin news. If you have any rare coins in your collection or want to share your experiences, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Hello, fellow coin collectors and enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to dive into an incredible story about a modern coin that has caught the attention of numismatists and collectors alike, the 2014 D Washington quarter. You may not think that a relatively recent quarter could be worth a fortune, but trust me, this particular coin has been making waves in the numismatic world. In this video, we'll uncover its history, rarity, why it's worth so much, and how it could be worth a staggering $10,000 in today's market. But before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay updated with all things valuable in the world of coins. Let's get into it. The Washington quarter has been a staple in American currency since 1932, when it was first introduced to honor the nation's first president, George Washington, on his 200th birthday. Over the years, it has gone through various design changes, and the 2014 version is no exception. In 2014, the U.S. Mint produced the quarter as part of the America the Beautiful series, a series launched in 2010 to celebrate national parks and sites. This quarter specifically honors the Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado, which is beautifully depicted on the reverse of the coin. But while most 2014 quarters are relatively ordinary, certain variations and mistakes have made this coin a hot commodity in the world of collectors. What makes the 2014 D Washington quarter special? So, why is this coin worth so much? Well, the first thing to note is the mint mark. The D mint mark on this coin indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint. Typically, quarters from the Denver Mint are not particularly rare, but in the case of the 2014 D Washington quarter, things are different. First off, the Great Sand Dunes design, like other coins in the America the Beautiful series, is a beautifully crafted work of art, making it a desirable coin for many collectors. But the real kicker is what has been happening with this coin over the past few years. In recent market analyses, this specific year and mint mark combination, especially when it's in exceptional condition, has garnered massive attention. The errors that took this coin to the next level. One of the main reasons the 2014 D Washington quarter has risen in value is due to certain rare errors found in its production. As with many coins, sometimes mistakes are made during the minting process. These errors can create a coin that's highly sought after by collectors. In fact, some error coins from this series have been known to sell for tens of thousands of dollars. One of the most common errors found with the 2014 D Washington quarter is the doubled die reverse. This is a minting error where the design on the reverse of the coin is duplicated or doubled, which creates a noticeable alignment. In this case, the image of the Great Sand Dunes National Park becomes blurred or duplicated, which greatly increases the coin's rarity and value. Another error is struck-throughs, where foreign objects, like a piece of debris or grease, get stuck in the die and cause imperfections on the coin. These types of error coins are extremely valuable because they're unique, no two are the same, and they can't be replicated. The current market value, why is it worth $10,000? Now, let's talk about the big question, how much is this coin worth? The typical 2014 D Washington quarter, in average circulation condition, is worth just 25 cents, the standard face value. However, in excellent, uncirculated condition, or if it's one of the rare error varieties, it can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. In fact, the highest selling 2014 D Washington quarter on record has gone for as much as $10,000. Yes, you heard that right. What makes this particular quarter worth so much is its combination of rarity, excellent condition, and the chance that it might contain one of those rare minting errors we just discussed. These error coins are highly coveted by serious collectors, and their prices reflect that demand. 5. How to spot a valuable 2014 D Washington quarter. So, how can you tell if your 2014 D Washington quarter could be worth big money? It all comes down to examining the coin closely. Here's a quick guide on how to spot a potentially valuable 2014 D quarter. Look for minting errors. As I mentioned, look for the double die reverse or struck-through errors. The easiest way to spot a double die reverse is by looking closely at the back of the coin. If you notice any doubling in the image, such as a blurry or doubled version of the sand dunes, you might have a valuable coin on your hands. Check the condition. Like most coins, the value of the 2014 D Washington quarter is greatly influenced by its condition. A coin that has been kept in pristine condition, with no wear and tear, is much more likely to be worth more than one that's been circulating in your pocket for years. Look for unusual wear patterns. Sometimes, certain patterns, hair, or color changes could indicate a rare version of the coin. Always compare your coin to known examples of error types to see if something stands out. 6. How to sell or get your 2014 D Washington quarter appraised. If you think you've got a valuable 2014 D Washington quarter, you may be wondering how to sell it or get it appraised. There are a few options for getting your coin valued. Visit a local coin dealer. Take your coin to a reputable coin dealer who specializes in rare coins. They'll be able to assess its condition, look for any minting errors, and give you an estimate on its value. Auction houses. Some of the most valuable coins are sold at auction houses, where serious collectors bid on rare finds. If you think your coin could fetch a high price, consider sending it to a well-known auction house that specializes in numismatics. Get it graded. Coin grading is a process where professionals assess the condition of your coin and assign it a grade. Coins with higher grades tend to be worth more money, so having your coin professionally graded by organizations like PCGS or NGC can help you determine its true market value. Final thoughts: why you should keep an eye on your change. So, there you have it. The 2014 D Washington quarter might seem like a regular coin, but in reality, it holds hidden value, especially if you've got a rare era coin or one in excellent condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin proves that sometimes treasures can be found in the most unexpected places, like your pocket change, if you're lucky enough to have one of these valuable quarters, or if you come across one in the future, don't hesitate to have it appraised. It could be worth a lot more than you think. Thanks for watching today's video. If you learned something new, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin like this. Until next time, happy collecting. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin enthusiast or just someone who's curious about the hidden gems in your pocket change, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the 2016 Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This might just be the penny you've been overlooking, because it's worth a staggering $24,000. That's right, this seemingly ordinary penny could turn out to be a treasure, and I'm here to explain why. So let's jump into the history, value, and the fascinating reasons why this penny is worth so much. To understand why the 2016 Lincoln penny is so valuable, let's start with some quick history. The Lincoln 1-cent penny has been around since 1909, making it one of the most iconic and long-standing coins in the United States. The original design, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, featured the image of President Abraham Lincoln, which was a departure from the previous Shield or Liberty designs. Since then, the coin has gone through various changes, but the 2016 penny is still grounded in that. In 2016, the U.S. Mint released several different designs for the Lincoln penny, but the key to its value lies in a rare variation that was released in the same year. Before we get into the value of the 2016 penny, let's take a closer look at its design. On the obverse, we see Abraham Lincoln's iconic portrait, while on the reverse is a shield design, introduced in 2010 to represent America's strength and unity. But here's where things get interesting. It's not just about the design, it's about certain minting errors and rare variants that have made this penny worth thousands of dollars. Now you might be thinking, it's just a penny, how could it be worth $24,000? Well, the answer lies in something called minting errors. These happen when the minting process doesn't go as planned, leading to rare coins that are worth much more than face value. In the case of the 2016 Lincoln penny, there was a significant error with some of the coins that were struck in that year. The error involves a doubled die obverse or doubled die reverse design. This means that the design on the coin was struck more than once, causing a visible doubling effect on the text or image. Let's take a closer look at what this doubling looks like. You'll notice that the letters in Liberty, or the year 2016, appear to be duplicated. This is the result of a misalignment during the minting process. For collectors, this doubling is a major indicator of rarity, and it's something they actively search for in their collections. Coins like this can be extremely valuable, especially when they're in mint condition. The rarity of these errors is what causes the price to skyrocket, with certain 2016 pennies selling for up to $24,000 at auction. So how do you know if your 2016 penny is worth big money? Here are a few tips to help you spot a rare and valuable penny. First, check for any doubling in the text or design. Look carefully at the words Liberty and In God We Trust. If you see any noticeable doubling or separation in the lettering, you could have a doubled die penny on your hands. Next, inspect the overall condition of the coin. The more pristine the coin, the higher its value will be. A well-preserved penny, especially one with no wear and tear, is much more desirable to collectors. Lastly, remember to check for other potential errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or even unusual toning. While these errors are less common, they can add significant value to your coin. Now you might be asking, why exactly is this particular penny worth $24,000? Well, the simple answer is rarity and demand. The 2016 doubled die obverse penny is incredibly rare. Only a small number of these coins were struck with this minting error, and they're in high demand among collectors. As a result, their value has surged over the years. Another key factor is the collector's market. Rare coins, especially those with errors, are highly sought after by enthusiasts who want to complete their collections. In fact, the demand for these coins has only grown in recent years, with some selling for as much as $24,000 or more in well-documented auctions. How to sell a valuable 2016 Lincoln penny? If you believe you have a 2016 Lincoln penny that could be worth a lot of money, the next question is, how do you sell it? First, you should get it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These organizations will assess your coin's authenticity, condition, and potential value. Once your coin is graded, you can list it on online auction platforms like eBay or at specialized coin auctions. Just be sure to take clear pictures and provide a full description to attract serious buyers. As with many rare and valuable coins, the market for the 2016 Lincoln penny may continue to rise as more collectors discover its worth. In the future, we could see these pennies becoming even rarer as fewer of them remain in circulation. So if you've found one, you could be sitting on a very valuable piece of history. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2016 Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you have a 2016 penny in your change jar, it might just be worth a lot more than you think. Be sure to check it for minting errors, and if you spot something rare, you could be looking at a $24,000 treasure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more amazing coin stories like this one. Have you found a rare penny or another valuable coin? Drop a comment below and let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we explore more valuable coins. Take care and happy hunting!